Hi afternoon everyone, and here is my end of week 9 update. And again, it's been another successful week. I feel that I have been losing weight. I have done I'd say a moderate amount of exercise. I've been trying to do at least 10 if not 12,000 steps a day. I'm doing that without issue. I'm drinking more water and I'm feeling great. However, I have a problem, and this is something that you need to bear in mind if you have a pair of the Salter scales. If you're doing this, my scales, I've weighed myself today and I have weighed myself at the doctor's surgery. My wife had an appointment, so I thought let's just jump on the scales, and they were 3 kilos difference. And I'm not upset, I'm not angry about it, because I know if my scales have been consistently 3 kilos wrong, I've still lost exactly the same amount of weight. I'm just 3 kilos higher, so my starting weight was 3 kilos higher as well. My issue is I'm trying to lose a set amount of weight to get on this thing that I'm doing in America in a few weeks' time. So, gotta lose a bit more weight. Not a problem. It's coming down about 1-2 kilos a week, so I'm still on target, but it's like, I just need to recalibrate. I just need to go, right, what I weigh on these scales, I actually weigh 3 kilos more. So what I'm going to be doing going forward is I'm going to be weighing myself at home, and then once a week I'm going to pop into my GP and jump on their scales as well. I did my blood pressure there and it said it was 190 over 120, so clearly there was something wrong with that, otherwise they'd be carting me off in an ambulance rather than me driving away. But yeah, apart from that, I'm doing really well, and I'm looking forward to the future. I'm ready to start eating, because you know what, shakes are fine and all, but I need something with flavour. I'm craving eggs, I'm craving salad, I'm craving meat. I'm a big steak eater and a chicken eater and stuff like that, and I could do with some protein in me. It's just getting a flavour palette. I just want to taste flavours again, and that is just boring, being on the same flavours over and over again. I do try and mix them up. I'm pretty much down to strawberry and chocolate now. I've got a bit of vanilla and a bit of banana left over, so I'm trying to mix those up during the day. I've tried mixing them together, but no, don't do that. Experiment, you might find that it works a bit for you, but I haven't found that it works. I've tried mint, adding mint to the chocolate. I've tried adding the fibre to the chocolate as well, and as I said in my video a few weeks ago, it's palatable, but I don't want it to be palatable. I want it to be nice. I want it to be different. So chewing gum is keeping me going at the moment. Drinking plenty of water. In the UK it's beginning to warm up a bit. It's still not great, but it's warmer than it has been. So doubly more, make sure you keep hydrated. Now, the next few weeks are basically deciding points for the Path to Remission program. So I have a meeting with my coach in a few days' time where we will talk more about the pathways. So I need to do a bit of training on what the pathways are. I've had an email about it. I haven't read it yet, but there's apparently a survey or 2 surveys that I need to do to decide whether I go down one particular pathway or another. So I'll do that in the next few days, and on the next video we'll have a proper update about the path that I'm going to go down. Right, so in summary, so far I feel great. I'm losing weight. Yes, my scales are a bit wonky, but if they're being consistently wonky, then it's not a problem. I've still lost 21 kilos so far. I'm not going to knock that in 9 weeks. That's a mammoth amount of money, weight. Well, it's money saved as well. I've not been eating as much. It's a mammoth amount of weight to lose. It's well over 10% of my body weight now. So yes, I'm really excited for the future. Again, I hate banging on about it, but I've been checking my Apple Watch and it's been saying my health is getting better and better and better. And I am a big guy, and I have a condition called sleep apnea as well. Now, for those that don't know, I have obstructive sleep apnea, and that is basically where my big old chin, my tongue sinks back in my throat when I'm sleeping, and my airways constrict like that. and I have what's known as an apnea, so basically I cannot breathe at night. So I use a machine called a CPAP machine, constant positive airway pressure. Yeah, mine's technically an auto PAP. So basically, whereas a CPAP is constant pressure, my auto PAP will vary the pressure slightly. But I've been waking up in the morning really, really bloated. And I figured it out that the pressure is set too high. So it was 16.5. So I don't know whether I would recommend anyone do this. I have been doing this for years because my sleep specialist that I go through in the local hospital, they're pretty hands off. It's remotely monitored, and as long as I'm not dying overnight, they're not too worried. So what I've done is I've knocked my pressure down from 16.5 to 14.5, and the bloatedness has gone away. I'm not burping, I'm not passing wind or anything like that first thing in the morning, and I'm having a better quality of night's sleep. Also ordered a few more clothes for my holiday, so I've gone down from a 4XL on my waist to a XL. So I've dropped 3 waist sizes, and the trousers and shorts I bought were a 48 originally. I've had to take them back and I've picked 40. So I don't know whether it's a true 8 inches, but I've definitely lost some circumference on my waist. So clearly I'm really, really happy at that, and still got 3 more weeks to go. So yeah, again, I'm really positive for the future, and I can't explain it. I hope you can see in my face that I'm happy. I know there will be difficult times ahead, and I know there will be a point where it starts going from basically motivation, where I start being motivated to do things like at the very beginning, and as your motivation drops off, you need to become determined to carry it forward. And I'm at the point where I'm determined to carry it forward. Now, post 12 weeks, I don't know. I'm concerned that I will get a taste for food, and I don't want to undo the last 9 weeks of good work, or by then the last 12, 13 weeks of good work that I've done. So that is something that I'm going to have to think about, how I'm going to exercise self-control. I have looked at doing some hypnotherapy to address my overeating. I'm also hoping that being on shakes for such a long time, my stomach will have shrunk, and I won't be inclined to stuff my face, because even if I've done the guardrail to come back up, I can only eat so much before I start feeling full, as in I will feel fuller quicker. I'm drinking more water than I did, so hopefully that will help as well. The other thing is, if I'm doing 10,000, 11,000, 12,000 steps a day, I'm exercising more, so I'm burning more calories, and my body, my BMR, so my basal metabolic rate, will have gone up as well. So trade-offs, I don't want to use those guardrails. I want to keep losing weight, and I want to get my diabetes into remission, and that is obviously the end goal, but that is a lifestyle choice. The first 12 weeks are to shock your body, to lose a lot of weight, and then the remainder of the year is to go through like a reintroduction of food, and it's basically to go through life lessons and learnings and basically set you up for the remainder of your life. Now, how that pans out, I don't know. After my appointment next week, I have 1 more appointment, then I have a gap of, I think it'll be almost a month before I speak to my coach again. So I'm a little bit apprehensive about that, to be honest with you. Obviously through the app you have access to coach chat, and you've got a community post as well, so you can share any questions with the group, and no doubt I will be doing that, particularly if I start struggling. But for the time being, I'm really excited. I really am. And I was fortunate enough to see my parents a few days ago, and they commented on how much I've lost, particularly on my face. So clearly I'm doing something right, so long may it continue. And I hope you are seeing from me journaling my last 9 weeks that it's been a struggle, and yes, these last couple of weeks have been better for me, but I've had my dip, I've had my ups, I've had my downs, but that's what the real world is. Nothing ever goes perfectly to plan, and from my point of view, I have made my mistakes. I'm learning from them, and I will have to use those lessons going forward, and who knows what's going to happen for the last 3 weeks and beyond. But I'm sticking with the program, and if I can do it, yes, I'm not going to make any bones about it. It is difficult, but I'm doing it, and if you are given the opportunity to do it, I really hope you can too. And if anyone needs any support, drop me an email, put a message on the chat, in the comments or in the community page, and I'll reach out to you and I'll support you. And I'd like to thank everyone who has been doing that with me. I know I've got a loyal following of viewers on these videos, and it does mean a lot to me to hear from you and to know that you are supporting me, because I certainly couldn't do it without your support. And if you are enjoying these videos, please like and subscribe, because at least then I can see, particularly if I'm getting new viewers to these videos as well, and I know I'm doing the right thing. If there are any things that you want to ask me, I'm thinking of doing a 5 things I wish I'd known before I started doing this total diet replacement. 12 weeks. I'm going to post a video on that, perhaps in week 11 or week 12, just so that I can basically give you my experience so far and things I wish I'd known. And if there are any other videos you want me to go through with you, I'm more than happy to do so. And with that, I'll leave you to your day. Thank you very much for watching to the end, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.